Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Great to have you with us. Today, we're diving into a component that is absolutely critical for heavy industry right across the kingdom, the wire rope. It might look like a simple piece of steel, but its integrity is the very foundation of every single major lift. Understanding it is truly key to operational success.
And believe me, that is not an exaggeration. It doesn't matter if you're on an offshore rig, a massive construction site, or running a plant. The success, and more importantly, the safety of your entire operation literally hangs on this one component. The stakes, they really couldn't be any higher.
So, okay, if we're going to understand the risk and make the right choices, we've got to understand the product itself first, right? See, every wire rope isn't just a rope. It's a precisely engineered system, and it's built from three fundamental parts that all work together to give it incredible strength and flexibility.
When you look at it, the structure seems simple, but the engineering behind it is incredibly sophisticated. So you've got the core, right in the middle. Then you have the strands wrapped around it. And what makes up those strands? The individual wires. Let's dig into how they all work together.
Okay, so the core, it's doing a couple of really important jobs. It's not just some filler in the middle. It's the absolute foundation that supports the strands and stops them from crushing each other under all that pressure. And that choice, between a flexible fiber core or a super strong steel one for maximum crush resistance, that's one of the first big decisions you make to match the rope perfectly to its job.
All right, so building out from that core, you've got the strands. We make these by twisting a bunch of individual wires together, and then we wrap them in that helical or spiral pattern. It's this design that's the real magic here. It's what gives the rope that amazing combination of raw strength and essential flexibility.
And this is where it gets really interesting. It's all about an engineering trade-off. So let's say you're on an offshore rig, right? That rope is getting dragged around, it's in a harsh environment. You're going to want strands with thicker, larger wires for that superior abrasion resistance. But what if you're on a massive construction site? That rope is running over pulleys all day, every day. For that, you need smaller, more flexible wires that can handle that constant bending without getting fatigued. It just goes to show you, there's absolutely no one-size-fits-all here. The engineering has to perfectly match what you're doing.
Okay, so we've covered the what. We know the anatomy. Now let's talk about the why. Why does this actually matter to your operation? It's time we stopped looking at a wire rope as just another item on a purchase order and see it for what it really is.
Yani, just stop and think about that for a second. You've got this multi-million real crane, this massive rig, a whole production line, and everything, absolutely everything, is depending on that one single connection. When you see it that way, the quality and the reliability of that rope become the most important thing.
And that, of course, brings us to a really critical question. Because what happens if that lifeline, if it snaps? The consequences, well, they're so much bigger than just the cost of a new rope.
No, really. Take a second and think about it. What is the true cost to your business when a wire rope fails on site? It's not just one thing. It's a whole cascade of problems.
First, and most importantly, you're talking about a catastrophic safety risk for your people. There's nothing more serious. After that, you could be looking at millions of reals in damage to your equipment. And then there's the downtime. Crippling downtime that just stops your project dead in its tracks, blowing up your schedule and your budget. And maybe the worst part, the part that's harder to measure, the hit to your reputation, the loss of your client's trust. That's something you've spent years building.
So, picture this. Your operation is down. You're losing money every single hour. Is waiting for a part or some technical advice from a supplier halfway across the world really a solution? No, it's just a very, very expensive delay. And this is exactly why the partner you choose, right here in the kingdom, is every bit as important as the product you choose. You need a solution, not just a supplier. And that's where we come in. That's the SSTC advantage.
Taib, look, you can buy a wire rope from a lot of places. We know that. Yani, the product itself is out there. But with us, you're getting something more. You're not just buying a component, you're investing in the security of your operation and long-term peace of mind, all based right here in Saudi Arabia.
Let's just break down the difference here. A standard supplier, they'll ship you a box. That's it. We, on the other hand, provide a complete turnkey solution. Think about it. We're Aramco approved and ISO certified. We have local engineering experts on the ground. We deliver all over the kingdom from our branches. That's the difference.
So what does our commitment really mean for you? Well, let's walk through it. First, being your Aramco-approved partner means you're getting guaranteed quality. No questions asked. Next, we get that quality to you, fast.
Whether you're in Dammam, Jubail, Riyadh, or anywhere else, we've got you covered with our local branches. And we don't just drop a box and leave. Our expert engineers, they come to your site, they install it, they configure it, they make sure it's running perfectly. And here's the best part, our partnership is just beginning at the sale. We're here for the long haul with after-sale support, maintenance, and repairs to keep you running for years.
So you see, this isn't just a simple purchase decision. It's a strategic investment in the safety, the reliability, and ultimately the success of your entire operation. When you boil it all down, it's pretty simple. You can't afford to settle for just a product in a box. You need to invest in a complete solution from a partner you can actually trust, a partner who's right here in the kingdom, approved to the highest standards in the industry.
Shukran, thank you so much for your time today. We're truly committed to seeing your operation succeed, and we're ready to be that local partner for all your lifting and rigging needs. Go ahead and reach out to our team. Let's set up a technical consultation.
We really look forward to working with you.